Hi, welcome to Plastic Voices. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to show you 3 things that you need in order to get started in voiceover and have a successful career. Those 3 things are, number 1, you need a good microphone. You need a good enough microphone that captures the parts of your voice that sound good so that you actually can get hired for voiceover work. Any microphone starting from about $100 should do the trick, honestly. However, if you have the money, you may want to invest in a more expensive setup and microphone. This goes without saying that you also need to have a good environment to record in. If you're on the cheap, simply fill up your closet full of clothes, get inside that closet and start recording. Honestly, clothes can absorb so much sound, and it doesn't give you that box sound that you'll get when you have one of those microphone boxes. Don't ever use one of those. If you see one of these, don't use it. They don't work. What they do is they make your microphone sound like a box, and that's not what you want. What you want is an environment that can absorb your voice so you don't have reverb. So if it's on the cheap, a closet will work for you, trust me. Now, if you want, you can go out there and spend $3,000 on a microphone, but I myself have been using an Technica AT2020 Plus since I started. Now, this microphone right now will cost you anywhere from $120 to $150. Of course, when I bought it, it was around $400. It honestly directly compares, and in my opinion, it beats out a lot of the more expensive microphones that money can buy. And to prove the point, what I'm going to do is record an audio snippet using my Technica AT2020 USB Plus. I'm going to say a phrase, then play it a few times. Then I'm going to run an EQ and then play it a few times. And then I'm going to boost it with all of my skill to show you what you can do with a free program and a decent microphone. Let's check that out.
This is the Technica AT2020 USB Plus. The Technica AT2020 USB Plus. This is the Technica AT2020 USB Plus. The Technica AT2020 USB Plus. This is the Technica AT2020 USB Plus. The Technica AT2020 USB Plus. This is the Technica AT2020 USB Plus. As you can see, using a cheaper microphone that's only $150 now is really not a bad idea. You can still get by in voiceover. In fact, I have done that for over 5 years. And it's with the use of Audacity. If you'd like to learn more about that, please do consider subscribing, as I'll be doing videos on that as well in the future. Now, number 2, you need a good demo. Getting a demo done or making one yourself is crucial for voice acting. You want to have a demo that shows your range, but also keeps the listener engaged. And if you want to listen to mine, which I've made myself, please follow the link in the description as I post it on my website. Now, your demo should be niche to the type of voiceover you want to get work in. I, for one, love character work. I'm a character. This is a character in a game called VR Chat. This is a VR chat world, and I love character acting. For me, it's the most fun, it's the easiest, and really, it gives me a competitive standpoint that in other places I just don't have. There are tons of talented voice actors out there for things like commercials and audiobooks, and the list goes on. Now, your demo should make you look unique, and it should also make you stand out. So each section that you do should be about 8 to 15 seconds long. Meaning, if you're doing a certain voiceover here, you don't want it to extend past 15 seconds. You want to give people a sample of the different voices you can do, or the different characters you can do, or the different styles that you can do depending on the demo, and then move on to something else so they get a full range in a short period of time. Because a lot of these producers, they don't have hours and hours and hours to listen to demos. They have to go through these demos quickly. And so having a shorter but more concise demo will do you a lot of favors in getting work, because a lot of times you can lose out just because your demo sucks, not because your skill isn't there. Honestly, the more the merrier, as clients are looking for how your voice will sound with their script. Keep in mind that this is a balance, okay? So if your demo is boring and lacks diversity and sounds like the same voice over and over and over again, you may not get the job, because your best of your best is the same as your mediocre work. And we all have mediocre work, okay? We're not always perfect in everything we do. We make mistakes even as voice actors. If you need help making a demo, there are companies out there that might help, or I might be able to help you if I have the time. But one of the ways you can help yourself is by subscribing to this channel, because I will be making a tutorial at some point on how to actually make a demo for your business, for your voice acting career. And number 3, and by the way, this one is very, very important.
You need to get yourself out there. You need to market yourself. Being a highly talented voice actor is simply not enough. Trust me, I know. You need to not only be competitive in your pricing and ability, but you need to market yourself so that other people know you exist. Now, if you're like me, this is probably the hardest part. If you're a creative person who just loves the process of acting and loves developing characters and doing celebrity acting, marketing is probably not something you're very interested in or want to do in the first place, so it can be very difficult. But I have some creative ways that you might be able to do this. Now, one of the ways you can do this is by making content for social media, whether it's duetting things on TikTok or maybe showing off the voices you can do, or doing one of those things where it's like, could you be a voice actor? Duet this to and then you duet it, and maybe it gets you some notoriety or people know who you are. I mean, you got to network, so you got to grow your following on LinkedIn. A lot of people report that they find jobs through LinkedIn. I never have. I've gone a different route. But you can find jobs out there everywhere if you have the talent and skill and you're willing to develop your demos and your presence and work on how you appear to other people, because just hiring some random person with like no website or nothing social media wise is probably not going to work unless you're very, very well known already and you sort of dominated your market. So if you've been doing this for 20 years, this video is not for you. If you're just starting, you need to have some sort of, I have a website. That really helps. When clients see that I have a fully developed website, they go, oh wow, this guy must have something of value because he's put it into this website. If they see social media such as this one, which is a brand new channel, by the way, they might go, oh, hey, this guy is doing social media. He's got a following, etc., etc., etc. And then they might use that. And this goes for you as well. If you develop a following on TikTok, you develop a following on any one of these platforms, it's definitely going to help you with clients deciding whether or not they want to choose you or somebody else. Even if he doesn't sound or she doesn't sound as good as you, they might just pick them because they're more trusted. So develop your social media presence. That's a huge, huge thing you got to do. Another thing is, don't go out there doing free work when you get paid to do the same. So I suggest put yourself on Fiverr, put yourself on Upwork, get those jobs, get the practice, get paid probably less than you should be getting paid for this stuff, honestly, but get paid for it anyways, because then not only are you investing in yourself and you're able to put that money back into your business and grow your business and buy better products or buy better sound dampening things for your environment, or, marketing or something like that. By collecting payment for what you do, it not only validates you as a true voice actor who's paid, but it also helps in growing your business because you can put it back into your business. There are a lot of people that say, well, I just start out for free. I highly recommend that you don't, because oftentimes the people that have the money to put big money down on paying someone to do voice acting know a lot of other people that do as well, because they're in the industry. And so if you're going to go for all the free work, it doesn't mean that there aren't talent scouts in the free area. It's just highly unlikely. And if you want to do free, go ahead, but don't neglect doing paid work. Like, that's my thing. If someone wants to do free work because they want to do a pro bono for someone because they enjoy the craft, then go ahead. But don't neglect doing paid work, because it's going to help you in the long run. Plus, why wouldn't you want to make some money doing what you love, right? Now, another point to take in mind is that it does take time to build a voiceover career. And if you have been making an active effort to be seen, well, you will be seen eventually, and someone's going to hire you based on your work. I know I released demos on my old channel, they maybe got a few thousand views, but because of that, I got hired through it, because people are like, oh, this guy does a really good Gandalf. This guy does a whatever. I'm going to go hire him now. So don't neglect social media. It's huge. You need to absolutely be using it. And then once you get those clients, keep them. Do your best to understand their needs and deliver on time and to do a good job, because those people will come back and they'll come back and they'll come back. It's important to remember that you cannot succeed in voiceover unless you do some sort of marketing. It's kind of the thing that none of us want to do, at least none of us highly creative people that aren't marketers. We don't want to do this stuff, but we have to. It's just the way it is. It's the way the business goes. I would love to people to come to me and give me all their money for doing all my hard work and everything I've earned and my talent and skill over the years, but that's not the way it works. You got to market yourself. People got to know you exist, so you got to do that. So since this is the first video that I've done in this brand new channel, I want to cover kind of like why I'm doing this and what you can expect from this channel. So number one, I'm doing this to help grow my own business, to give myself, like I mentioned before, notoriety, as I've deleted and moved away from some other channels in the past that I didn't feel really represented me anymore, so I got rid of them. Now, number two, the second reason why I'm doing this is because I legitimately want to help you grow. I struggled a lot in my early career making a bunch of mistakes, and I probably still make mistakes, to be honest. I'm still learning as I go along. But for me, this is really fun to share everything I've learned to become successful and to gain the jobs and do the work that I have done. All the things that are under my resume, which some are regular stuff, some of them are just birthday wishes, some of them are Steam games and working with big companies like D-Link and Technica and just other large companies. And I'm sure there's someone with a much more impressive resume than me that worked harder at this than I have. And so for me, it's about what can I share with you? And I happen to be really good at teaching, so I want to teach you how you can be successful in voiceover. Now, the kind of content that you can expect coming out on this channel: you'll see helpful tips and tricks on how to be successful in voiceover, much like this. I'll be teaching you how to use Audacity and to make a killer demo, as well as how to do general tutorials and get the most out of Audacity. So I'm going to teach you how to do noise reduction. I'm going to teach you how to use the EQ. I'm going to teach you how to do pretty much everything you saw earlier with my voice. I'm going to teach you guys how to do all of that. I'm going to give you voice acting tips and tricks to perform better, things you can do to increase your voice's capability and stretch the range of your voice and learn how to unlock different parts of your voice so that you can achieve certain things, and like how my process goes when I'm learning a new voice. In addition to this, there might even be some skits with VR characters. Maybe VR Gandalf goes off against someone else and it's funny. Maybe that will come down the line as well once in a while, just for funsies. So definitely subscribe for that. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for considering subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video coming out soon. Oh, and thanks for stopping by. Just start punching. Motherfucker.